You're listening to Soundside. I'm Libby Denkman. The August 4th primary election is fast approaching, and we're wrapping up our look at one of the most competitive statehouse races on the ballot. That's Legislative District 32, which includes Northwest Seattle, Shoreline, Edmonds, Woodway, Mountlake, Terrace, and Lynnwood. Longtime Representative Cindy Ryu is running for state senate, leaving the district's position 1 open, and there are a bunch of Democrats vying for this very blue seat. Before the primary, we're interviewing candidates who have raised more than $50,000 to fund their campaign. And joining me today is Chen. He's a certified public accountant and an Edmonds City Council member. He's our last primary interview for Legislative District 32, Position 1. Councilmember Chen, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Soundside.
Thank you so much, Libby, for spending time to interview me.
Well, I want to hear more about you. So you were elected as an Edmonds Council member in 2021. Why are you making this run for state representative now?
I think there are two primary reasons. Number one, representation does matter. My little bit background about myself. I was born and raised in China, and I had an incredible honor to immigrate to the United States as a young man at the age of 24 in 1995. And working multiple jobs, put myself through school at University of Iowa, obtaining my not only bachelor degrees, but master degrees in accounting, and later on a MBA, and work myself with Fortune 500 company, Kimberly-Clark, as an internal auditor, and had an incredible privilege for living in district number 32, where my permanent home is in Edmonds. In 2021, I throw my name in the hat, ran for city council, and was honored and lucky to be chosen, and have been serving my city for the last 5 years. In 2025, I ran for re-election and was successfully re-elected. But another reason is today our state, our districts have experienced real issues that's right in front of us, which is the affordability number one issue. I think our state is heavily relying on property tax and sales tax. Like sales tax in Edmonds and Lynnwood is now at 10.7%. And to me, I think it's disproportionately burdens the lower income and small businesses. So I want to see a more fair tax reform where people at different income level will shoulder the burdens on a more traditional, more progressive manner. So I want to see a tax reform for our state, so that seniors on fixed incomes, people who study out, will have a chance to experience the American dreams that I have a chance to experience.
So you have been campaigning, as you said, on affordability issues, making sure that the state is more affordable for families and seniors, as you've said. You've also talked about public safety and resourcing the district's immigrant communities. You've worked in that space before. So for you, what is the number one legislative priority if you are elected and you get to Olympia? What is the first thing that you want to do?
I think number one, as many community, including Edmonds, are experiencing, is our imbalance in terms of revenue versus inflation and the cost of escalations. So one of the primary reasons is the 1% property tax cap. I think that kind of limit municipalities across the states to be able to provide the services that communities deserve. So number one, I want to revisit that 1% property tax cap and have it to be set at a more reasonable pace to at least keep pace with inflation and cost of living adjustments.
I want to ask you about something that was written about you in a pretty influential publication. And that was in The Stranger, which is, the kind of alternative paper here in Seattle. They did not endorse you in the race, and they billed you as a conservative budget hawk. They also said that you hadn't responded to their questionnaire, so you didn't get a chance to respond to them directly. But I want to just give you the opportunity here to tell me, do you agree that you are a conservative budget hawk? Any response to what The Stranger wrote about you and kind of your philosophy towards the budget, spending, and revenue?
So as a CPA, I always tell my clients and my friends, anybody who I come across, we running a business, running a household, running a city, running a state. We always look at two sides of the coin. We want to look at the revenue and also have to monitor and control our expenditure. In a household, you don't spend the money you don't have. The only exception is capital investments like buying your home, buying big capital items. And for city, for state, is the same. I mean, if we want to invest in a big projects, we issue bonds, borrow from the future, and will pay it back down the road. So the principle is the same. I think when I encounter decisions come before me, I always think of whether number one it's a good investment for the future, and number two, we need to be careful about the one-time income and use it for the appropriate purposes. And one example is during the pandemic, most municipalities had at one-time injections of cash. For city of Edmonds, for example, we had a one-time influx of $11.5 million. And if we don't use it properly, it will create a potential need to be filled for the future. For example, if you use that one-time money to hire additional employees and expand programs that will require continuous income sources to fund that project or that operation or that department, then you will create a budget shortfall for the future. So that's why I approach budget very carefully from that standpoint.
To be clear, you're running as a Democrat, and you have supported, at least in interviews before, you've supported the idea of the millionaire's tax. So,
correct.
In terms of your political leanings, I would say you disagree with the idea that you're a conservative politically, but it sounds like fiscally you are talking about ways to make sure that we're living within our means as a state.
Exactly. I'm what I call a social liberal and a financial careful person.
Well, let's talk about the budget, council member. In the upcoming session, the legislature is going to have likely another tough budget picture, probably for the third session in a row, a shortfall. You have talked about ways to find reductions in expenditures, kind of what we've been talking about, while keeping a focus on funding essentials like education and transportation. So what would be your approach to finding what to cut and what to protect?
Yeah, definitely education, number one. We have to fund education. It's our constitutional obligations as a state. And historically, we have come short on that. My wife is a high school teacher, so I get to hear it on a daily basis. And I think in terms of revenue, like I said earlier, I want to see a more traditional income tax structure, and then relieve some of the property tax and small business that boosts our economy, so that we can grow the pie, grow the base for tax base. If you expand the base, then the tax revenue will kind of naturally follow. But in terms of cost cutting, I think opportunity is to eliminate some of the redundancy and waste in certain aspects, like some of the approach to certain programs. I think if you keep throwing cash at it and doesn't demand accountability and revisit whether do we get a return of investment that we're hoping to harvest. So I think those are the opportunities there.
We just have less than a minute here, so I wonder, as we're heading out, if you can share just one thing that you like to do in the district. Like, what is your perfect Saturday in District 32, so that people can get a sense for you and how you interface with the community?
Yeah, my weekends in the community, I'm very active, volunteering in different capacities. I am with the chamber. I just this morning just went to the morning bus with the chamber. I'm with the Rotary Club. I'm one of the co-founder for the Asian Service Center. We are having a Dragon Ball Festival coming up on Friday, July the 31st.
Oh, a Dragon Ball Festival.
Center.
Cool.
Yeah, it's beloved community event. It's going to be fun, a way to bring the community together and have some fun in this hot summer day.
That's Edmonds City Councilmember Will Chen. He is our final primary interview for the open Statehouse Position 1 seat in Legislative District 32. Thank you so much, Councilmember, for being here.
Thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate the time and this chance to talk to you.
That's Edmonds City Councilmember Will Chen. He is our final primary interview for the open Statehouse Position 1 seat in Legislative District 32. Thank you so much, Councilmember, for being here.
Thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate the time and this chance to talk to you.
And you can find interviews for all four of the candidates we spoke to from District 32, Position 1. These are the top fundraisers in the race. They will be available on the Soundside podcast feed, wherever you like to get podcasts, or over at KUOW.org/Soundside. The primary is August 4th. Washington voters, ballots will be mailed out starting next week. Thanks for listening to Soundside. Don't forget you can listen live on KUOW 94.9 Seattle at noon and 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, or anytime right here online at KUOW.org, or of course on your favorite podcast app.